Welcome to Invest. We're talking about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of 4:24 p.m. on Eastern Time, Ethereum traded $3,024, down about 1.77% so far. With respect to over crypto market and the equity market, we have experienced a relatively sizable seesaw event today. With the first half of the day, right, with the jobless claim number that came out, despite a negative number, right? But in terms of the relativity of the actual number versus the expectation, it was not a large miss. It was just like an incremental miss, right? And with that being said, it triangulated into a positive buying pressure in the first half of the morning. However, as the time percolates, heading on to the Jerome Powell meeting alongside with other leaders in the financial systems of the world, like Christine Lagarde from the European Central Bank, being hosted by Sarah Eisen from CNBC. And during the fireside chat or the meeting, if you may, that was hosted live on webs and also on TV, seems like the verbiage from Jerome Powell is a little bit, how would you say, aggressive in a way. I think that's a good word to say it. Saying that with respect to taming inflation is absolutely essential. That a 50 basis point hike is possible in the next May FOMC coming. So with that being said, obviously 50 basis point is something that we don't hope for. It's basically doubling the debt payment interest rate structure in comparisons to historical heights. And seems like the rate is rising at the fastest pace in more than 40 years. And he further emphasized that with respect to the commitments on the raising heights, it's going to be done expeditiously to bring down inflation. He said that it's absolutely essential, again, right, to restore price stability. So he rather rip the bandage off and like completely take off the scab as well, let us bleed a little bit. He rather us get the poison out really quickly, really harshly, and then allow for further stability later as you get that, I guess, upfront aggression out of the way and then normalization subsequently. So it's not a good news. Obviously, with that being said, 50 basis point with about like I would say 2.5, 3 weeks away on driving a sizable correction on the equity market, especially on the small cap high growth stocks, which just got butchered today. Despite Tesla specifically, on the positive earning report that came out, it basically gave up everything that we have had today, right? It surged up all the way to, if you look into it, we were at one point testing the $1,091. And I know at one point we sold down all the way back down to $997. That's like $100 swing in just a day, right? So absolutely just bananas number, crazy. And also with respect to NEO, is sold down to 1726 at aftermarket hours. In terms of is it a good time to buy around these time, I think NEO is extremely good, attractive level because of the, again, right, the inverse head and shoulder pattern that we're seeing. Also on top of, in terms of BABA, you can see that clearly we are resisting right now at the 31 out of 70. So BABA looks extremely interesting to be buying. NEO looks extremely attractive to be buying. Tesla, I would say, it's okay. I mean, it was absolutely just like a seesaw bipolarism in full effect today in terms of the market. For those that actually bought in, chasing in to the 1090, I'm sorry, I don't even know what to think. Losing all of that in a day is just like giving up everything you gained, even though the earnings report was relatively good, right? So let's just dive into the technical on the crypto side. I know I promised you guys to be talking about stocks, so I just want to bring that up as well. In respect to Ethereum right now, we are below the 3050, which is the flat number, right? You could see that we gave up everything that we've had after the jobless claim number report that came out early this morning, as we got to the 3150. And right now we're reversing back down, right? But in terms of the momentum right now, we're still, having that seesaw affectation going up and down, up and down, up and down. And in terms of like, despite today with Jerome Powell's verbiage, is still, it's relatively negative. But do we see more sell-off coming, right? I think a good thing is that we know that the MACD line is already, below the signal line. We are fusing together. At the same time, the RSI is already relatively depleted at 45 out of 70. So it's not terrible, right? But we might potentially see 2853 all over again if tomorrow's a Friday, especially with that weekend affectation. People might be looking for a safe haven, like don't want to wait until the weekend. So technically, we could see more sell-off coming, but how severe can that be? I think 2853 is where we could potentially glide down to. Respect to Bitcoin, same thing, where I think Bitcoin is actually more bullish, actually. We're forming a golden cross approximately 46 out of 70. So as we cross up, going up to the 44 will be logical, right? Respect to Ethereum Classic, the 46 out of 70, 41 out of 70, so relatively flat, right? So I think right now it's actually not terrible to be buying at right now, right? Anywhere from 34 all the way to 27 will be fair game to BCA as well, right? Dogecoin at 13.79 right now. I like anywhere from basically 12 cents below from here, right? Cardano's at 91 right now. I like anywhere from basically 85 cents to below based on the current setup right now, right? Solana, right, with respect to 103, basically gave up everything that we tried to search to try to get to the next level of 112. We could see clearly we could not get there. So right now, anywhere from basically, I would say 85 to below is where we'll start to DCA again based on the current leap down, right? XRP down about 0.63%, 69 to 57 again, right? Respect to polkadots. I like anywhere from basically 1650 all the way to 1406 based on the current setup for DCA. We are about to form a golden cross, so seeing some like mini surge all the way back up to 21, 22 would not be a surprise to me. But the momentum is still kind of get canceled out from one another. So, but if I was to DCA for the first time, anywhere from like 1650 to below would be logical. ALGORAND down about 1.3%, anywhere from basically 75 to below is logical to DCA. Shiba Inu, again, right, 2100, 1400 to 900 from here, based on the current setup. It seems like it's pointing downward on both sides, so Shiba Inu seems like it's going to be in for a sell-off coming. Respect to MACD down about 1.3%, anywhere from 142 to 120, right? AVAX, 59 to 50, right? Current level is okay. Seems like the needle for RSI is pointing downwards. At the same time, it's not fusing together like the way we want it to be before. But anywhere from basically 75 to below is fair game to DCA from here. In respect to Luna, 95 right now. Try to get up to 100. You could see that clearly we canceled out at 99.72 earlier. We form a golden cross. That's why we see the pressure that we see in front of us with the 52 out of 70. So I think the like of actually keep going up to back to 100 will be possible, but it will be short-lived because of the overly the level of optimism. At the same time, with respect to being 52 out of 53, it's okay. It's not the best level in terms of getting in, right? So definitely be cautious, right? So let me know if you have any questions. Seems like, definitely not a good sentiment today from the seesaw affectation. A positive or like kind of a pseudo positive jobless claim number with a negative verbiage on the heights of 50 basis point going forward in May FOMC meeting. But ultimately stay strong, stay long term, right? Don't allow these like short term volatility to shake you off and onto making the inappropriate decisions. So appreciate you. Have a good Thursday night, and I look out for the next one. Take care. Bye.